Simca Fulgur was one of the boldest concept cars of the late 1950s. The French brand Simca, previously known for small passenger cars and cooperation with Fiat, Ford, and Chrysler, surprised the world with a vision of motoring for the year 2000. The name Fulgur, meaning lightning in Latin, perfectly captured its futuristic ambition. The car was unveiled at the Geneva Motor Show in 1959 as a showcase of how an autonomous and electrically powered vehicle of the future might look, combining aviation-inspired design with revolutionary technology. The body was designed by a young Robert Opron, who would later become famous for cars such as the Citroën SM and the Alpine A310. Fulgur featured an aerodynamic silhouette with dramatic rear stabilizing fins and a fully transparent, removable canopy covering the cabin. The two-seat interior resembled an aircraft cockpit, and the overall form looked more like a spacecraft than a conventional automobile. Its styling perfectly reflected the era's fascination with aviation and space exploration, themes that strongly influenced industrial design at the time. The technical concept was just as daring as the appearance. The car was envisioned as electrically powered, drawing energy from lines embedded directly in the road surface. Some descriptions even mentioned atomic batteries as a potential power source. Fulgur was also intended to operate on so-called intelligent roads and to use a computerized system capable of navigation and driving assistance. In many ways, it anticipated modern autonomous driving technologies, although in the 1950s, such ideas sounded like pure science fiction. One of the most extraordinary features was its proposed ability to travel on only two wheels at very high speeds. After exceeding approximately 145 kilometers per hour, the front wheels were supposed to retract into the body, while built-in gyroscopes would maintain balance. Steering was to be managed by aircraft-inspired control surfaces rather than a traditional steering wheel. Above 150 kilometers per hour, the car was imagined to almost glide along the road, making it one of the most futuristic automotive visions ever presented. Interestingly, the concept was developed after collecting suggestions from young readers of a French children's magazine. Their ideas about the car of the future inspired Simca's designers and engineers. As a result, Fulgur was not only a technological showcase, but also a creative response to the imagination of a new generation. At the Geneva exhibition, the model attracted enormous attention, with crowds gathering around the stand to admire what seemed like a glimpse into the next century of mobility. In reality, however, Fulgur was primarily a static display of design capability. It did not contain an actual engine or any of the advanced gyroscopic or computerized systems that had been promised. Nevertheless, it was built as a full-scale vehicle and toured internationally, appearing not only in Europe, but also in New York and Chicago. In 1959, it was even seen driving in Paris, likely powered by conventional batteries for demonstration purposes. Although many of its technical claims proved unrealistic, some of Fulgur's ideas were remarkably forward-thinking. Concepts such as intelligent navigation, autonomous control, and electric propulsion became reality decades later. The project demonstrated that Simca was capable of thinking beyond its traditional segment of small passenger cars. It also highlighted the emerging talent of Robert Opron, who would go on to shape some of the most distinctive French cars of the following decades. Simca Fulgur never entered series production and remains a symbol of the futuristic optimism of the atomic age. Today it is regarded as one of the most fascinating concept cars of the late 1950s, blending visions of autonomy, electric energy, and aviation-inspired styling. Even if many of its features belonged more to fantasy than engineering reality, Fulgur proved that the automobile could serve as a canvas for boundless imagination. It stands as a remarkable testament to a time when the future seemed limitless.